There is no Baby Will Be Born to Run here on the streets of downtown Orlando, Sunday afternoon. But there will be Born to Run later at Amway Center, just a few blocks away. Bruce Springsteen in town tonight. First time touring in the last 6 years. Possibly the last time touring. Bruce Springsteen's 73 years old. We bought tickets to this show all the way back in July. Quite the outrage with Ticketmaster fees when we originally logged in for tickets. Pit tickets, not seats, pit tickets. We're going for $5,000. We did not get pit tickets. We're sitting up in the cheap seats, which are not cheap. Little pre-game dinner and drinks at the Harp and Kelp downtown. Mary has dropped off as a Bruce fan from the 90s on. So she's hoping for a lot of older songs.
Yeah.
But there's 28 songs in this set list.
Oh, no, not half.
Done with dinner. Heading towards the arena. It does not feel like a Sunday. Church Street packed. Outdoor bar here and everything. Springsteen won. Go Mets. First time I heard Bruce Springsteen that I can remember was Christmas morning 1980, sitting in the living room playing with Star Wars toys. My brother had Hungry Heart as a Christmas gift playing on his record player. Crystal clear as day. It is a sold out show here tonight. The line to get in looks massive. Certainly not like any Orlando Magic game these days. Doors opened 20 minutes ago. The line wraps all the way around the block. The line keeps going and going and going here. Look at this. The end of the line, almost going all the way to the Geico garage. The line wraps all the way to South Street. So 2 blocks long just to get into security. Now we've made it through the line. Now just have to bunch up for security. This is what merch is looking like here. That's nuts. But we ascend to the first level of heaven. And we're going to the second level. This is nuts. More merch, just seas of humanity. If you walk over by Baseline Bar, it's all closed off. And Baseline actually up behind the stage. There's the stage, general admission area, seats behind GA. And we're up and above over there, 214. All right, this is the view from our seats without a zoom. It's not too bad. And so the total for our tickets from this vantage point for 2 seats, including Ticketmaster fees, was $362 face value. Not each, for both. So it is just about 5 minutes before showtime is supposed to start. Ticketed time is 7:30 p.m. 7:25. That's what the arena is looking like. It is a sold-out show, but I imagine a lot of people stuck in concessions, merch, or even outside trying to get in. A couple minutes past 7:30. Got testing of lights happening. Some sound check every now and then. Maybe soon. Somebody's putting the set list out on the stage now. The lights have dimmed. 7:43. Here we go. My God, it's Silvio. Hour and 15 minutes in, just going strong.
Woo! The mighty E Street Horns. The only rock and roll horn section that I know of. Well, it was 1965. I was 15. One summer afternoon, heard a knock on my front door, and I went to the front door, and it was my friend from school, George Thies. Now, George was dating my sister at the time, and she told him that I played some guitar, and so he invited me to audition for this band. And that weekend, followed him to a part of town called Texas, and it was there I embarked on the greatest adventure of my young life. I joined my first real rock and roll band. We lasted for 3 years. That's kids. That's incredible. 65, 66, 67. An explosive time in American history. And we named ourselves after a bottle of shampoo. Propecia. No. The Castiles. Oh, something, Georgia. Well, if you cut forward 50 years, on another summer day, I found myself standing at the side of George's deathbed. He had fought lung cancer for the final years of his life, and now he had only a few days to live. And his passing would leave me as the last living member of that first band that I was in. So that'll give you some pause to think. It's kind of like you're standing on the railroad tracks with the white hot light of a oncoming train bearing down. It brings a clarity of thought and a clarity of purpose that you may not have previously experienced. But I went home, and George passed about a week later. Makes you realize how important living right now is. Rock of Ages lift me somehow, somewhere high and hard and loud, somewhere deep into the heart of the crowd. Oh, the last night's end. Oh, the last night's end. Oh, the last night's end. Can she
just at the 2-hour mark. People are leaving. He's got a long encore to go. Getting out. Did you like it?
I loved it.
That was one of the greatest concerts I've ever been to. Everybody is so old, but yet the best sounding live show I think I may have ever heard.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Wow. Well, we're back home from Bruce Springsteen. It's actually been a couple of days since we started the show. I edited the other part of the video already and now just trying to put things up together. I did want to close out with two things, though. One was addressing the cost and the Ticketmaster fiasco, because I know the price of the tickets created such an outrage, I think, before the Taylor Swift stuff blew up with Ticketmaster fees and everything. And part of me says it's rightfully so, because ticket prices have spiraled out of control. The other part is realizing that it's not cheap for bands to go on tour anymore, and it's not a point of looking at things and saying, well, Bruce Springsteen has enough money, he doesn't need to charge people any more money to go out on tour. But the reality is he's 73 years old. The guy could be sitting at home in his lazy boy and not needing to go out on tour and make people happy. And that's kind of the reaction that Bruce had when learning about like the dynamic pricing from Ticketmaster, etc., by putting out a statement basically saying, in short, that if anybody was unhappy after the show or they didn't feel that it was worth it, that they can get their money back. And I think the show overall was worth it. It was a fantastic show. Bruce outperformed bands that were less than or more than half his age. Let me put it that way. There were no loops. There was a huge band, horn section. E Street Band sounded fantastic. And he sounded great for being in an advanced age. So many people have their voices shift and not be able to hit the notes or play the songs the right way, and he blazed through 27 songs at this show, and I don't think that he missed a beat. That's my opinion. And I know that there's like this whole contingency because the internet's weird now with everybody, like Bruce Springsteen's a communist, or we hate Bruce, or Bruce got pulled over for drinking and driving his motorcycle and everything. And I gotta separate all of that, because I was there to see Bruce Springsteen, the performer, play the songs that I like to hear, and he played them and he exceeded my expectations. But I did want to say one other thing. So going back just about, I'd say like 30 years at this point, I had worked on the Upper West Side in the city in Manhattan, and at a physical therapy location. And one of the things that we had with our office was a deal with the gym that was on the second floor. I believe we were on the third floor, I think. And I think there was a Gold's Gym on the second floor. So basically after people finished their course of therapy, then they were discharged, and we were able to work out a discount for them to join the gym downstairs. Everybody in the building was super friendly. We had Dustin Hoffman Productions in the building and stuff. So there was a lot of celebrities, a lot of stuff happening all around all the time. But what happened, one of the coolest people that I was able to meet while I was there was Bruce Springsteen. He worked out in the gym that was on the second floor, and being able to talk to him and see him as a regular person and not as this super mega famous person on the stage was just incredible. And I want to say the first time that I was able to speak with him, he took the time out to listen to, what did I like and everything else. And we talked about things like Giants football and the Jets and stuff that was happening in New York City at that time. Signed an autograph for me. I still have that autograph displayed in my den/office. The stuff all behind me, like off to the wall side here. And I look at it every day. It was one of the coolest moments that I can remember as far as being part of the New York City tri-state area. And he was a super cool dude. And I still think that he conveys that same persona today. Seems like just the normal, regular, average, ordinary person that you would see on the street. And when you did see him on the street and you had the opportunity to talk to him, that's who he was. And, I was glad to see 30 years later, he's still that person. I don't know a lot of people that even make it to 73 years old at this point. And Max Weinberg, 71 years old, and Little Steven's up there, and Niles. And anyway, it was a masterclass in performance, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. If he's playing by you, I'd say go see him. How much more longer can these guys keep going? Ozzy just tapped out, where he can't physically get out and perform anymore. And, these other guys, John Bon Jovi, I've seen more than 100 times. And John's voice is not half as strong as what Bruce's voice is at this point. So anyway, that's my lecture for tonight. God bless the Church of Rock and Roll. We're going to get out of here, or I'm going to get out of here and go to sleep. But thank you very much for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. We'll see you guys.